Hello everyone, I am the Lore Explorer, and this is an exciting time for Outer Wilds. A journalist found a listing on SteamDB for what looks like a DLC for Outer Wilds named Echoes of the Eye. After that was shared, the developers and publishers both quickly retweeted the leak with an eye emoji. So, it's safe to say we're going to be seeing an addition to the Outer Wilds universe sometime in the future. The name Echoes of the Eye is literally all we know about the DLC at this point, but I think it'd be fun to do a short, baseless speculation video as to what it could be. To start the video, I'd like to address something I've said in the past. I said, and still feel, that a DLC wasn't the best move for the franchise. I feel that if the developers were going to add to the series, I very much want it to be a fully fledged out game to be sold separately. Now, with that said, Mobius, take my money. With that out of the way, we can make the most baseless predictions possible. As I mentioned, all we know about the DLC is the name, Echoes of the Eye. So after hearing that, a few things come to mind. The signals coming from the eye and the signals the Nomai received during their journey. But something else comes to mind as well. Echoes in time. You hear in movies and books and whatnot about events that were so important or so impactful that their effects echoed throughout time. To me, the ending of Outer Wilds certainly could be one of those events. And not only in meaning or conjecture, but from what we've actually seen from the Eye of the Universe, it seems to have the ability to call out through time. And if we pay attention really closely, it may even have the ability to subtly alter events in reality as well. But I want to actually pay attention to a certain endgame scene here. When we get through the ancient glade and find all of our friends, we end up sitting around the campfire. Almost instinctively, now that everyone is together again around the fire, we all start to play music. This seems to affect the quantum possibilities around them, and they start to coalesce. As we watch the possibilities, they start to flash, and they give us a small preview of what may come. Then we see a short scene with the bug creatures in a future universe that looks eerily similar to ours. I see a possibility that we get a short view as to what the bug creature's solar system may be like up close. To me, this would definitely be a way to see how our actions and our effects echoed out through time, and a clear way to show more of the mechanics of the universe at work. We'd be able to see what possibilities we had a clear effect on in the universe to come. It also served as a way to reuse some assets, all the while making them feel fresh and new. Just change Brittle Hollow to green, make it a stable planet, and change the black hole to a molten core. This scenario is most ideal for me as it allows the possibility of a fully fledged out solar system in a short amount of time the developers had to work on it. But we can also look at it from a whole nother angle. As soon as we touch down at the eye, we are entangled with a quantum object. The quantum rules we know dictates that we have been split into many separate quantum possibilities at that point, all of which exist until one of them is observed. Except, the eye isn't a normal quantum object. The eye of the universe seems to exist outside of time. I think it'd be interesting if we get to experience these different possible versions of ourselves at the eye, but all in separate timelines or parts of time. The cool thing here is we would be entangled with the eye, essentially becoming one with it. Just as the eye was able to subtly manipulate our universe, we would now be able to subtly manipulate other parts of time. We could literally be the ones reaching out to the Nomai to chase the eye's signal. The song we play at the end of the universe very well could be that signal. There's no real reason to believe any of this, but looking at the name and the mechanics that we see in the game, I think this is something possible and something I would very much enjoy. Especially if the eye gave us the capability to see things through another's eyes, sort of like how the Nomai statues do. We may even be able to experience what it would be like to be a Nomai living on the vessel or even in our solar system. Or maybe see what really went down at Elsinor's castle in relation to the Dark Bramble plants. Really, all of these are just semi-plausible hopes, but we will have to wait for an actual announcement to really learn anything. But don't worry, as soon as I hear anything, I'll share the news with you guys. So be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. If you want to support the channel, you can become a member here on the channel, which gets you access to my past live streams as well as roles on the Discord. It should be a bit of fun, and it really does help the channel. I seriously can't thank the members here enough. And as always, this is the Lore Explorer trying to prevent my head from exploding due to excitement from the DLC. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video.